you. I trust that the Most High is continuously being gracious unto you and granting you your heart's desires. I trust that you are manifesting your best life and creating the life that you desire to live. I came to you because for the past week, I should say 2 weeks, this thought keep on reenacting in my mind about us as a people and the war that is continuous, the divide and the divide and conquer mentality that is still among us. And it's so heartbreaking and it hurts so much that to see, I should say, our people um, so divided and don't know how to come together, don't know how to help one another, don't know how to help heal each other's wound because we've all been wounded. There's no one that is on this earth, on this plane, that has not been wounded, um, some way, some shape, or some form. There's not one of us that does not have some kind of trauma in our DNA, whether we have not physically, mentally, or spiritually experienced it ourselves, but it's in our lineage, in our DNA, in our family line. And so the war continues. Um, and it's not good. It's not good. I'm becoming, I don't know what to say, more sensitive spiritually to the atmosphere, to the climate, to the environment, to people. I don't know if that's a new gift or power that has come alive and come on stream, but sometimes it can become overwhelming and crippling because you're feeling the the tension between everyone, how everyone is just at war with each other. And I'm not just talking about nations against nations, but I'm just talking about siblings against siblings. And, it's just a serious place. Um, and so, what brought me, what initiated this thought pattern, or where I'm staying is predominantly Muslims. Um, yes, Christianity is here too, and all the other things, but it's more predominantly Muslims. And no, I'm not converted to becoming a Muslim, but I want to just share what I've observed. Christianity was given to us, we know, by the colonizers. We know that. But Muslim religion was given to us by the Arabs also. So you have brothers in the same house. One became a Christian, the other became a Muslim. Two brothers, just two different religions. And that has caused a family war because one believed in Jesus and one believed in Muhammad. And then in that same house, you have a sister who now is embracing her spirituality. Not so much she's identifying with Christianity, nor is she embracing the Muslim. She's just embracing who she is and her connection to the divine creator. Family war. But they all came from the same source, the same womb. And I'm saying that to say this, right? Some of us, let me say this, the Bantus, Christianity, believe in Father Abraham, he came from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob lineage. The Muslims also believe they came from Abraham, but from Ishmael. Ishmael and Isaac, even though they come up from two different mothers, they're still brothers. We want to claim Joseph and talk about Joseph, but Joseph and his brothers, only Joseph and Benjamin came from one mother. The other brothers came from another mother, but they're still brothers. You see how this thing, they're showing us in our face in the scriptures that the family war, and it's still continuing today. Because just as the missionaries came and invaded Africa, the Muslims came and invaded Africa also, took our brothers and sisters out of here. The good ship Jesus came and took our people out of here. And I believe that somebody have to be the repairer of the bridge. Some of us need to start, because you have Muslims who are Bantus, just as you have Christians who are Bantus. You have Muslims who are Nilots, just as you have Christians who are Nilots. Family war. Why? It's all about divide and conquer. Keep them separated. Keep them fighting against one another. Keep them believing that their way of doing things are better than the other one's way of doing things. Keep them uncomfortable around one another and being able to fellowship with one another and talk with one another. Keep them isolated. Keep them full with their egos and pride. Family war. And so what we see going on today is still a family war. Remember, if we go all the way, I'm just using these things, the scriptures as an example. If we go all the way back, even with Abraham and Lot. Family war. Good. If you want to use Cain and Abel, family war. But we could stop it. We have the ability to stop it. We could say it stopped at us. You know, when we use in Christianity, we say the generational curse stopped at us. We are the curse breakers of our family. We are some of us like to say we're the black sheep, but we're not black sheeps. We're the ones that bring the difference. Family, to bring the change, to connect the dots. The other thing I observed with this season that we're in, this is March, according to the spiritual atmosphere, March is the end of the year, beginning of the new year, right? When spring equinox comes into place and stuff like that in the northern hemisphere. That's the other thing. We are in two totally different atmospheres. The northern atmosphere celebrates spring in March. But the southern hemisphere, I should say, we celebrate spring in September. So why are we still fighting against one another? We want those that are on the continent to celebrate the same spring equinox, those in the northern hemisphere celebrate, and those in the it's not possible. It's like when y'all was in your winter in the northern hemisphere, we were in our summer, and the heat is still on here. But our spring in the southern hemisphere does not start until September. There are so many things that if we sit down really and take time to think before we speak, as before we argue, before we debate, and really analyze various teachings and what people are saying, we're recognizing that a lot of people are repeating what they've learned, but not took time to sit down. So as I was saying before, I digress. I was thinking about the Muslims and Christianity. Now, the Christianity, according to the Catholic Church, they had Ash Wednesday. So they are now in Lent, what they call it, the Lent season for 40 days, right? Lent season. So you give up something you like. You give up, a lot of people give up meat. Some people give up alcohol and stuff like that for Lent. The Muslims, this is what they call Ramadan. So they pray, have the 40 days also. You see, the two of them celebrating and having the highest holy day of their belief system at the same time. What I observe with the Christians is they may give up a meat or they may give up alcohol or something like that, but their fasting and their praying life, everybody have a different agenda, a different calendar. The Baptist may fast for this 2 days, 3 days. The Anglican may fast, for the next day or another day. But what I recognize with the Muslims, every Muslim all over the world, whether you in Mecca, whether you in here in Kenya, whether you in the Bahamas, whether you in America, whether you down in the Caribbean, wherever a Muslim is, at this time of the year, everyone is fasting. Everyone. It ain't just one set. Everyone is fasting. Everyone is praying. Everybody are doing acts of kindness. Even though I notice that they do it all the time. They do acts of kindness all the time. They always carry change in their pocket. So if they pass somebody, they give. Even from people who have their businesses, they give. And they break their fast together and eat from one plate, depending on where they're at. So they are so disciplined. And we could say whatever we want to say in terms of the radicalness and stuff like that, because we have the same thing in Christianity. When you look in Christianity, there's just radicalness and stuff like that. You understand? But we are fighting whether we want to believe it. The Muslims, that religion and Christianity are birthed out of the same place, out of the Vatican, out of Rome, out of them. When we think about what they claim Abraham and and Christianity claim Abraham, why the fight? Why the war between families? Because if you understand the power that you have when you come together as a family, if you understand the power that we have, we would take back over our nations. We would take back our communities. This is where they say the lion and the lamb would be able to lay down together and not worry about being consumed by each other. Or to say the lion and the wolf. How many of you study the wolf pack and how the wolf pack leads? The leader, the strongest, the leader of the wolf pack do not lead from the front. He leads from the back. He pushes those that he lead in front. Why? Because from the back he could see them and everything else around, so he know how to maneuver and get to the ones that need the protection and fight off enemies when they're coming. But when you're leading from the front, you can't see who's in the back, and your flock or your followers or you are being devoured, and you're too busy looking in the front. So this fight between families, it has hurt my heart. What is my name? My name is, I'll message you. But yeah, my name is Shemaine Roberts. That's my name, Shemaine Roberts. And so this season that we're in, called Ramadan, called Lent, my eyes are so much more opening. That's why we have to be in a readiness to learn, unlearn, and to relearn all the ways that they've taught us. And how are we able to come together? My neighbor is a Muslim. Actually, I have two neighbors that are Muslims, but they are so beautiful, some beautiful people, so caring and loving. I have some Christians too, but they don't open up their mouth to speak, no matter how friendly. So, war between family is to keep family divided, unstable. The war on the continent is to keep us unstable. The war in America is to keep us unstable. The war in the Caribbean is to keep us unstable, unsettled, unable to help somebody else. That's what it's all about. The powers that be in this world don't want us to unite, to understand the power we have in unity. And until we truly understand, overstand, and understand the power in unity, the power in showing brotherly love and acts of kindness and caring for each other, we will continue to be divided. I don't care how much you are the chosen people. If you don't take care of the widows, the orphans, and the strangers among you, you're tricking and you're fooling yourself. If you're just all about yourself, still, you come out of Christianity and you come out of Muslim and you come out of whatever, and you walk in this thing called spirituality and you're still selfish and self centered. Yeah, just you will know better than anybody else. Because at the end of the day, family's supposed to show love to family. It's supposed to be all about love, conscious about how we handle and how we treating, how we're speaking, being mindful of the next person. They may not be physical blood came from the same portal or womb you came from, but just the mere fact that they exist in the same space, in that same atmosphere that you exist in. How hard it is to show a little love, show a little respect. I love being here in Malindi because I can walk around and show love to everyone. People see you and they know you and they want to hail you. They want to say good morning or good afternoon. Even some of the mamas who may not be able to speak English, they know me and they want to they try their best to speak to me and have conversation. Why? Because you show love. You show love. You show you're interested. You show that you care. That's what family does. It doesn't matter whether they are Muslims or Christians or Hindus, spiritualists or whatever. Love is the thing that brings us together more than blood, more than even tribe. Love. So we want to break this war. We want to break this family war. Oh gosh, why am I crying? We want to break this family war. Let us start loving each other. Let us start being conscious and present, not just with our heads in the sky or like an ostrich with our heads in the sand. Love will break this cycle of hate. Love will bring up the unity that we so talk about and so desire. But if we keep on spewing the hate and we keep on speaking the divide and the, it's not going to change anything. We're going to continue. We're going to end up with children that has the same attitude. Because children live what they learn. For me, I'm living what I learned from my mom. My mom loved everyone she came in contact with. She cared for everyone she came in contact with. She did for whomever she could have done do for. As young as she was, she just operated in a level of love that I now understand and I operate in. She gave people a place to sleep on her porch if they needed some place to sleep, or on her floor in the living room if they need some place to lay their heads for the night. Love, family will break this war, but ego will keep the war going. I'm the man, I'm the woman, I'm the one bringing in the salary. I'm the one making more money. I'm the more intelligent one. I have the PhD. I have the master's degree. I am more spiritual than you. I've been in this. Da, da, da. I grew up in Kenya. I grew up in Congo. I grew up in, you understand? Angola. I grew up in America. All them things is pride and nothing to the Most High. Because when we all come back to it, all of this land was one land. It divided over the years, over the centuries, over the, understand? But at the end of the day, all of us have one thing in common. This flesh got to return to ground. So why don't we make the best of it whilst we're in it? Why don't we just help other people while we can? Why we can't just be happy when somebody else is succeeding instead of tearing them down? Why can't we be encouraged or encourage someone when they bring their ideas to us? Why we have to speak negative against them? Because somebody else is doing something that you may desire to do, but you're not able to do it as yet, but you're seeing it being done. So what it should encourage you to do is say, yes, it can be done. She's doing it. He's doing it. Yes, it can be done. So it gives you hope, not discourage you, not to try and discourage that person. I listen to a lot of people. I hear a lot of people cry. I hear a lot of people desires and passions and what they want to do. And my job, me who I am, I'm so excited for them as if it's me that is accomplishing it, or it's me that has the vision. Because why? If they succeed, that's a good thing. I don't gloat inside somebody's downfall. I wonder, when you think about the story of Joseph, I'm just using it as an example. And his brothers heard his dream and they saw how much their father loved him. That where did that spring of bitterness and anger creep in to the point where as they could literally plot to kill their own brother. back to the beginning with what they call Cain and Abel. Where did that spring of bitterness, anger creeped in? Could it be from the father that they showed favoritism to one child over the other? To the mother who loved one child more than she loved the other, and not loving all of your children equally, and showing them the same level of love in spite of? But the same one that they hated had to become the savior of them all. Save him in a time of famine. That one person that you're hating right now, you're despising. It could come right in the back of your mind. That person name just pop up just like that. But you say, but I don't despise them. Yes. I don't hate them. Yes. If they pop up in your mind, you're holding something against them. Is it because the same things that they're doing, you're desiring to do, but you don't know how to get started, and you don't know how to humble yourself to just ask them, how did you get started? Can you teach me? Not because you're older than the person, maybe younger than the person, or you may have more money than the person. But sometimes people ego really checked on them. They know that they got more money than you. So, or they're more educated than you. This is all about family war. We are all family. It doesn't matter which country, which land you were born in. At the end of the day, we are all family. We are all from the divine creator, all the source of life. So, family, arise. Arise. Let us unite. Let us strengthen each other. Let us encourage each other. Let us speak life over each other. Like I said, I watch the Muslims here with their Ramadan every day like clockwork. These people are up, they're praying, they're fasting. And I'm talking, let me tell you something. Their fast isn't they could drink water during the day. Let me just be consciously clear with that. These people are fasting, dry fast, no food, no water, all day from 6 till 6:45. From sunrise, from the crack of dawn till sunset. They don't break until 6:45 off of their fast. No food, no water for the whole of Ramadan. And they got to go out to work. It isn't as if they're fasting and they're staying home. They're fasting, sacrificing their flesh. And then at the end of the day, they don't just cook for themselves. They cook and they give food away that everybody else can have something to eat. They do acts of kindness. Do we have this among our Hebrew Israelites? Do we have this among our Christians? Do we have this among our Hindus, our Buddhists? So there is a lesson we get from our brothers and sisters that are Muslims. The acts of kindness, the disciplining of their flesh. Yes, there are certain things that I don't agree with them neither. But this one thing right here, acts of kindness, the sacrifice of their flesh to eat for 40 days, no food, no water, from 6 to 6, good discipline practice. The love that they have for one another. Some things you could take from that, just Christianity. Yeah. We all can learn from each other. Big sisters can learn from little sisters. Big brothers can learn from little brothers. Little brothers learn from big sisters. Mothers can learn from their children. Children learn from their parents. Yes, doctors learn from lawyers. We could all learn something from each other. But we got to put away the boxing glove. Always want to fight. Always want to fight. Always want to fight. Got to put away the boxing glove. This war is unnecessary. This fight is unnecessary. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. Family, let us unite. Let us get out of this fighting one another. Let us see how we can come together and dwell in unity. It is a must in order for us to truly advance and succeed and become better. We have to learn how to put down the boxing glove, find a mutual place of peace, understanding. And you know what does that? Love. Love. Yeah. Love. So I trust that something I've said has pricked you and encouraged you to get off of your seat of judgment and start looking at your brothers and sisters with the eyes of love and wanting to understand them. Just as you want somebody to understand you, just as you want somebody's encouragement, just as you want somebody's even sympathy when things that may happen. You have to have the same thing for your brothers and sisters. Get off the seat of judgment. Leave that to the Most High. Leave that to the divine creator. That's why they put that inside you. They want judge. Judge not unless you be judged by the same measurement of the same things you judge somebody with. You will be judged, equally judged. Sometimes the things you see in somebody else and you hate in somebody, it's the same that are things, it's a reflection of what's inside of you, but nobody else knows. That prejudice, that insensitivity, that derogatory and always think you are right. You know it all. Nobody knows it all. We all have a part of this jigsaw puzzle called life. We all are pawns in the game, I should say. You play chess or you play checkers? Let's stay focused. Let's learn to love. Let's learn to come and let's sit down and reason together. One family. Much love. So just as we have Bantus that are Christians, we have Bantus that are Muslims. One family, brothers and sisters. I give you an example in the beginning of this video. One household, a brother is a Christian, the next brother is a Muslim, and the sister is on a spiritual journey, spiritual path. She don't identify with Muslim, neither Christianity, but they all one family. That's why. Love one another. The differences is the different paths they go on for their spiritual journey. Does it make them family? No, they're still family. So let's stop this fighting family. Much love. Excuse me. Let us continue to be gentle with ourselves because we are on a journey. And this journey doesn't end until we transition from this life to life. Excuse me. Why? Because it's important and it's imperative for us as we're on this journey to learn, to unlearn, to relearn, and to love at its highest capacity, to love each other at our highest capacity of loving. And if you don't know how to love, go to the divine creator, sit in silence and ask Teach me how to love unconditionally. Teach me how to get off of the seat of judgment and judging people. The divine creator will do it. He will show you yourself. He will show you you, but you got to sit still. You have to want to know. You have to want to learn. You want to have to evolve because all of our religion has taught us how to hate each other. The Muslims believe Christians are liars. The liars believe that the Christians believe that Muslims are murderers. The Christians and believe that anybody else who is neither not Christian or Muslim are a cult. You see the things? Because I don't believe the way you believe, or I'm not walking the way you walk it. All of us still believe in one thing, the divine. All of us believe in one thing, one God. Whether we go through him through Muhammad, or whether we go through Buddha, or we go through JC, the point is all of us believe in one God, one divine creator. And so we can learn something in this journey from each other. Christians can learn from Muslims, and Muslims can learn from Christianity, from Christians. Because why? Think about it. You got some Muslims converting to be Christians, you have some Christian converting to be Muslims. Just exchanging. Some Muslims and Christians going into Hebrew Israelite. Some of them are Christians and Muslims coming out and going into their spirituality, believing into the divine. But we are brothers and sisters. This family war got to stop, and it only can stop when we start showing each other love and stop condemning and judging. Take off those rose, they call it, I think they say the rose glass mirrors. Oh my goodness. I love you, family. Trust you me. I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. I am just grateful that the divine creator, the source of our lives, um, is mindful of us to the point where as he continues to download in us our abilities to be able to evolve and grow and love unconditionally in spite of no matter what, you know, and to endure and to overcome. So take care of yourself on this journey. Be gentle with yourself once again. Swahili, nakupenda sana. Nakupenda sana. And in Kikongo is Matando Masaka. Yes, Matando Masaka. I love each and every one of you with everything that is inside of me. And I trust that the divine creator will truly open up your heart to love your brothers and sisters and know that we are all one big family. And I was listening to a doc. I want to end with this. I would. I was listening to a documentary. This Japanese or Chinese scientist was doing a research on these black and white fish. And in doing the research on it, he saw how the fish evolved from being black into becoming white. And so he said, the white fish is a mutation of black. And I'm just going to say that our white brothers and sisters are just mutations of us. We created them. They evolved out of us. As much as we hate what they did, and some of them still do it, they are a piece of us also. They are a piece of us. They evolved out of us. Because everything that's in this earth, every human being, every spectrum of them, evolved out of us. It's like a white boy, children, and then that child. That child, they evolve out of us, they mutated out of us. And so that's what I'm saying. We are all one family fighting against one another. This is a family war, the family war of entitlement, the family war of who mommy and daddy love the most and love the best, and created strife among their children. And so now the children don't know how to come together and love on one another. But we could break that cycle. We could break that war, that cycle of war of family fighting. In spite of, if you want to believe the story with Sarah and Abraham, Sarah is the one who took her handmaiden and gave Abraham to sleep with. So there comes Ishmael. Isaac comes from Sarah. Two women, one. Two children, one father. Their family. So whether the Muslims believe that they are descendants of Ishmael and the Christians believe that they're descendants of Isaac, they still brothers, two brothers' children. They're still family. They're still cousins. They're still family. And just as the Most High said he was going to bless Isaac, he also told Ishmael he was going to bless him too. So both of them are blessed, whether we want to believe it or not. Both of them are heirs and have legal rights because both of them were blessed by the Most High, not even just their father Abraham, by the Most High, by the divine creator, if we go by the stories. That's why I'm saying this family war only can cease fire, put up the white flag by love. So take care of yourself. Until next time.